Ready? Hi there. I'm Pastor Rick Hope, pastor of First Baptist Church, Lillian, Texas, and this is today's daily devotional thought for the day. A service of No Compromise Ministries and First Baptist Church, Lillian. I want to read to you from Genesis chapter 13. Genesis chapter 13, verses 14 and 15. The Lord said to Abraham, after Lot had parted from him, "Lift up your eyes from where you are, and look north and south, east and west. All this land that you see I will give to you and your offspring forever." Now I'm standing behind a massive amount of land. I have no idea how much land this guy has. He's my neighbor, but I know it stretches so far that I can't even see his house. Now I lived on a 40-acre ranch, but I think this is probably more than that. He's got a wide array of land. And can you imagine someone just coming to you and saying, "Hey, look, and as far as you can see, that land is yours." And I wonder how Abram must have felt. He said, not only is it yours, but I'll give it to your descendants thereafter. Now for us, that represents the fullness of God. As far as you can see, this was Paul's very desire to know Christ and Him crucified. And he said, and God is saying to us, as far as you can imagine, if you walk with me, there is no way you can measure how long and how wide and how high and how deep is the love of God. I can give you everything that you can possibly imagine in a relationship with God. Now keep in mind, I said in a relationship with God. I'm not talking about riches. I'm not talking about fame. I'm not talking about earthly success. But I'm talking about knowing the fullness of a relationship with Christ. And just like I can't tell you how long this land extends, I can't tell you, there is no measuring stick, measuring tape that could possibly measure the amount of blessings that God can give you in your life if you commit it to Him. Abraham heard, not only will I bless you, but I'll bless your descendants. What did that mean? That meant that even long after Abraham was gone, others would say, I see the blessings that were in Abraham's life. I see that the way he lived, and it has blessed me and challenged me to also walk in Christ. I've known people like that. My cousin Oscar, my grandfather Leroy Hollingshead, my grandmother Tommy Hollingshead. They lived in such a way that I long to have that type of legacy. I long to live a life like they lived that was wholly and solely sold out to Jesus. Don't you want the same thing? Don't you want to be able to look back and not say, look how much money I made, not say, look how much success I had, because all that will die away. But wouldn't you rather pass on to your children, pass on to your friends, and pass on to your family a life that is totally and completely dedicated to Christ? How long, how wide, how high, how deep is the love of God as far as the eye can see, and even further.